Hi guys, welcome so much to the show. This is Chat with Kathy. My name is Kathy Njao and I'm your host in this channel. We talk about mental health and emotional well-being. Welcome so much to our first time guests. We love you. Karibuni sana to our regulars. You guys, have missed you. Hey, I've been gone for a minute. I will tell you where I was, but on another video, not this one. We had planned to talk about other things apart from depression, and I really was looking into matters bipolar disorder, but I came across a disorder called narcissistic personality disorder, and I think that deserves the attention right now. Yeah, you can do that later. So yeah, we are going to dedicate a few episodes, it's like a series of sorts, to narcissistic personality disorder, or rather narcissism as we will call it, so that we try and understand what is this really, what is this. And I have planned a few things that I want us to talk about. We're going to talk about it in general, what it is, the science of narcissism, how it manifests, the effects of dating a narcissistic person, how do you know you're dating a narcissistic person, and things like that. But right now, I just want us to talk about it generally as a disorder, and I have a few points here with me today. And first things, let us distinguish between narcissism and narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissism is defined as a pattern. It is a pattern. It is a collection of traits. These are things that can be observed. You've been doing this for a while now. You have been doing this for months, years. This is what you show, or rather, things you can observe. They are traits. They are just two tabias, two patterns that we can see, and that is what we call narcissism. Yeah, but narcissistic personality disorder is that it is a disorder. It has to be diagnosed by a psychiatrist. You need medical diagnosis for that before you say that you have NPD. And normally it doesn't. We really do not say it affects people of all ages. Narcissism shows up in adulthood mostly. We cannot say teenagers because, well, teenagers are already having a hard time being teenagers. So it shows up in the stage where you want to say people are young adults. Yeah. And also studies have shown that most people who are narcissists are men. I hold nothing against you, it's just studies. And I will tell you why most men tend to be narcissists. Yeah. Okay, but let us answer the question of why is everyone talking about narcissism? Why everywhere you go, everyone is calling people narcissists. Even narcissists themselves are calling other people narcissists. So why? And I believe the answer is because this is like a problem or a disorder of our generation. What am I saying? I'm saying we have had these behaviors for so long in the society, in the community, and really we didn't know what was happening. Your husband, your wife behaves a certain way and you're wondering what is wrong with this person. But finally, you like get a solution and you realize, Nani was behaving like this because they are narcissists, And most psychologists and psychiatrists are getting comfortable into looking into it. It is quite broad, it is quite unpredictable, unlike other mental disorders where these are the signs, these are the symptoms, this is how they manifest, and this is the treatment. With narcissism, it is a bit different. It is not exactly stable, so it varies from person to person, and so it is quite broad. So even if I come and tell you this is how narcissism shows up, most of the time it might be different, and I will not tell you that this is how it manifests, and it could be different for somebody else. So it is quite broad. You cannot exhaust it, in one take or even in four. Okay, but yeah, that is why a lot of people are talking about it, because we are starting to become aware. We are starting to know that people are behaving like this, and there is a reason for it. Okay, and the reason is because they are narcissists. I also want us to know that narcissism is dangerous. Living with a narcissist is dangerous. Dealing with them is dangerous. It is dangerous. It will send you to an early grave. You will die when you deal with a narcissist. And most of the psychiatrists that I've looked into, their advice is leave. If you're living with a narcissist, dealing with a narcissist, whether they are married to you, whether they're your friends, whether they are what, whichever, and there are types of narcissists, whichever they are, and I'm sure all of us at one point we have interacted with narcissists, especially if you're married to them or you're in a relationship with them. Please, just go if you can. Pack your bags and go before you die. Narcissists are very dangerous people to be around. So why uh, so why is it that people nowadays are becoming more narcissistic? And this is it. This generation of ours, first of all, we are the main culprits because we have a tendency of rewarding narcissism. Why? Our social media posts, everything we say, we start by mind your own lane, mind your own business. We are really just rewarding narcissistic behavior. When somebody is not empathetic anymore, you want to be like them, when people say, I really don't care what people think, or not really what people think, I really don't care about other people, I'm just going to drink water, stay hydrated, and mind my own business. In a way, we are rewarding narcissism. We applaud arrogance. When you're an arrogant person, we even give you your own TV show, because you are now an arrogant person. And you see, all these things that we are rewarding, we throw people under the bus. We really just don't care. Simply, that is how a narcissist is. They lack empathy. They don't care about you. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about what you're going through. They don't care whether they have hurt you. They really don't care. And that is what we are rewarding. Kwanza, in this generation, we really just don't care whether we are fine being alone, we are fine without friends, we are fine hurting other people, and we are rewarded for that. And we are very happy when we say, me, I don't care, I'm minding my own business and staying hydrated. We are rewarding narcissism a lot. It is promoted even in social media, and people are just okay. They're just okay with lacking empathy. We are human beings. We're supposed to care. We're supposed to be empathetic. Now, when you come and you're totally the opposite, you're seen as if, I don't want to mind other people's business. I do not want to get entangled with other people's things. But really, you might be promoting narcissism a little bit too much and rewarding it for really no good reason, Yeah, that I think is one of the things that we actually do in the society. It is also nice to mention that sometimes when you talk about narcissism, you will realize that a lot of narcissists, not people with NPD, narcissists are generally very financially stable. These are people who do very well in business. They are rich. Their finances are in order. Why? This is because of two traits. One is because these people are agreeable. A narcissist is not like a shitani yani. This is just a normal person but with very peculiar traits. So this person is, first of all, very agreeable. They are very charming. They are welcoming. They talk to people so easily. Mostly they are extroverted. They are all over the place, that agreeableness and the fact that they are a bit narcissistic. Narcissistic here is they are aggressive, they are very driven, they don't care, they just go for what they want, and the fact that they lack empathy and stuff like that. All these characters really make them very successful people, because in business you're taught you have to be aggressive, you have to go for what you want, you do not take no for an answer, you don't care who you step on provided you get to the top, these things. And that is why most narcissists tend to be very successful people in life, because they lack empathy. They just want to, I get what I want, and if you're hurt, that's your problem, it's not mine, provided I get what I want. Yes, narcissists tend to be very successful people in business. And the opposite of a narcissist is an empath. It's like an empath sometimes looks like they're running a charity. You have come to me for services, but I tell you, it's okay, I thank you is enough. A narcissist will never do that. If they come and tell you, these are the services I provide and this is what you're going to pay for, you're going to pay. They are very aggressive. They are very they are very focused and things like those. Those are the things that make them very successful people in business. Yeah. um Okay, I've already said there's a chance that you've interacted with a narcissist. And narcissism is born. No, is not, sorry. Narcissism is not born. This is something that is taught. You're not born a narcissist. It's not like a psychopath. You know, if you're a psychopath, or talking of psychopaths, these are people that are born that way. But a narcissist, this is a behavior that is learned. It is learned in society. It is encouraged in society. And I'm very sure we have interacted with some of these people in our lives. Probably your first narcissist is somebody you know. Your first interaction with a narcissist could be your father or your mother, or if you do not interact with them right from an early age, you could be growing up in a very stable and sane environment, but maybe, for example, your sister marries a narcissistic man. You see, now you are going to interact with a narcissist, but in your adult stage, and it becomes very hard. You know, somebody who has grown up with a narcissist since they were young, and somebody who is interacting with a narcissist in their adulthood, these are two different people. And throughout the show, I'm going to show you the difference between these two. All right? Because to some extent, this person that grows up with a narcissist, they become narcissists themselves. I will tell you why. Okay. People also tend to mention that narcissists are a bit unpredictable, and I think that is a lie, because narcissists to me are the most predictable people. You know what they are going to do, and in all these characteristics that we are going to outline, you will see that they are very, very predictable people. You know, one minute they will be nice to you, the other minute they will just be basic jocks. You know, a narcissist is very predictable. You can tell what they are going to do. You will know that even if they go wrong, they're not going to apologize. And if they're going to apologize, they will never say sorry to you. They would rather buy you flowers. You know, things like those. And I believe that narcissists are just basically very predictable. Yeah. So the other thing about narcissists, generally speaking, is that I believe that they are basically people that are empty on the inside. These are people that are empty and insecure, and they do not want to deal with it. They do not want to talk about it. You will never, by the way, for sure, not very many narcissists go to look for therapy. They don't, because to them, they do not believe that they have a problem. If you ask them, I'm fine. It is everyone else that has a problem. It cannot be me. That is a narcissist for you. And I believe that they're just basically insecure, and they feel empty, and because they do not want to deal with that head on, they tend to cover it up with these traits, and I will expound them as we go on. With these traits, they cover up that the emptiness. But what happens if at all a narcissist is just a little bit self-aware, and they realize, by the way, I think I'm hurting Nani? And you know, a narcissist will normally recognize, but they tend not to do much about it. I'm fine. I'm hurting you, but it's fine. I don't really want to make amends, you know, or so to speak. They know they're hurting you, probably don't want to do anything about it. But now, what happens when you interact with a narcissist who is a bit self-aware and they want to change and, you know, go in for therapy? These people end up to be depressed, because, well, when you remove all that arrogance, you remove the lack of empathy, you remove every other toxic trait in them, you're left with a very broken person, with an empty person, with an insecure person, you know. And I think maybe that is why they do not go for therapy, because it will expose who they really are. Yeah, that is actually very dangerous. So how will you know if somebody is a narcissist? I am referring from my notes because I don't want to mix my things up. Okay, so narcissistic personality disorder. What are the signs and symptoms, or rather, of being just a narcissist? Like, you remember we have said one is a disorder, and then a narcissist is just a mixture of signs and symptoms and behaviors here and there, you know. So how do they show up? How do they manifest? So that you start saying, Nani is very narcissistic. I'm dating a narcissist. My parents are narcissists. My brother is a narcissist. How do you know? First and foremost, you could pinpoint a narcissist by an inflated, grandiose self image. Hey, these people think they are better than others. They deserve special. You cannot tell them any other thing. I am the best. I am the best. There is no one else like me. I deserve to be treated specially. Wengine wakipanga line, why should I? Wengine wakifanya hivi, why should I? And there's a difference between healthy self-confidence and the grandiose self-image. Self-confidence, kawaida, is I know I'm good. I know I can do this, and that is why I'm gonna do it. But I still have the capacity to remain humble while doing it. That is just good. That is self-confidence. Now this self-inflated self-image. This person is all over. Yani, there are people who are extremely loud. Even if they get into your space, they want to take over everything. Yani, wako too much. Really, let's just say they are just too much. It's an inflated self image they have. They are just self-centered. I want to say they are selfish. They are self-centered. These people really do not just care about other people. To them, they are the most special person on earth. You know, it is that simple. Again, people who have NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, tend to have very unstable relationships. I will date you for a while. We have a few issues here and there. Move on to the next one. And relationships here could be either romantic, you know, I get too many girlfriends within a year. I get too many boyfriends within a year. You know, you start thinking, okay, you start thinking maybe this person really maybe might have an issue. When I wanna break up, sana wanna, you know, they have issues with their relationships. They have issues with their work environment. See, we already said when it is a personality disorder, I mean, just a disorder, it has to affect your life, your relationship with others, work, you know. Now for somebody with NPD, of course their work environment is very difficult. They jump from job to job, not because they're not good at what they do. It's because relating with other people there is hard, and mostly it's because these people are not empathetic at all. They lack empathy, and they think they are too special. They are self-centered, yeah. And they have an entitlement of some sort. The world should treat me this way because I am this. The world should treat me this way because I'm the best. You guys have never come across somebody who's as good as me, so I deserve to be treated in some sort of way. They also have an issue with attention or admiration, and we are going to all these signs or that I'm talking about, they will all fit into types of narcissists. There are very many types of narcissists, by the way, and we're going to talk about them throughout the series. And let's go back to admiration and attention. These people love it. They like being the center of attention. They like to be praised. You know, they want to go to charities and they be on the newspaper. They are all over social media. You know, we'll talk about that type of a narcissist, yeah? That loves attention and admiration. Whatever they do, it's not because they're very empathetic towards these people. If they're in charity, they're just doing it because of the attention that they get. Yeah, we will be talking about them for weeks, you know. And a normal person, okay, allow me to say, just a normal person, I could comfortably donate 1 million, 2 million to Red Cross and just be quiet about it. But a narcissist, we will have to know. Lazima tutajua they donated. They go feed the poor. They are rescuing dogs and cats everywhere. It's always hashtags for them on Twitter, on Instagram. We have to know that they're doing a good thing for the society, which is, and the problem here is doing good is not a problem. It's the fact that they talk about it too much. They want the recognition. They want buildings named after them. They want hospitals named after them, you know. And most of these people, by the way, you will see them getting into very aggressive careers. Maybe these people utawapata hata ni politicians. Most of them, they feel that they want that, you know, that sort of attention and admiration, you know. Yeah. I think I've talked about most of the signs and symptoms kidogo tu. I mean, most of these behaviors that they exhibit. So what causes one to be a narcissist? One, Parenting. I say this with a lot of care and concern because I'm also a parent. Parents, if you bring up your child in either of these two ways, you are going to give rise, or rather, you're going to mold a narcissist. One, when you place your child on a pedestal, they are wako hapa juu. Our children are here, yours is here. That kanini kumweka hapo juu, very much elevated. It's okay to make them feel confident, don't get me wrong, but when you elevate them too much, what you're going to do is that you're going to give birth to a grandiose narcissist. It's a type of a narcissist. Mtu akuna atakuwa ana step on other people. And when you start training children to step on other children right when they are young, it will translate into their life. They really won't care about other people. Just a minute. Okay, they really won't care about other people. They are going to step on other people, and they are going to lack empathy because from a young age they've been brought to know that everyone is here and I'm up here. Again, when you become too controlling as a parent, when you do not give children space in some way, okay, you give birth to or rather you mold a vulnerable narcissist. I will talk about that narcissist when we're talking about types of narcissism. A very sad person, a very, why me? Nothing goes right in my life. Why is the world so unfair? That is a type of a narcissist that is always like that. And we tend to mistake, or rather to assume that these people are depressed. And it is possible, yeah? We do not rule out that. Narcissism and depression can walk hand in hand, by the way. But there is a specific type of a narcissist, the sad one, the vulnerable narcissist, that is brought up by parents who are too controlling, parents who don't give them space, they're all over them, And how do you know that this person is just not depressed? Because signs and symptoms of depression, when you treat, they get better. With medication, with therapy, depression actually gets better. But when it is this type of a narcissist that we are talking about, aishangi, you're treating them. The depression, they could be depressed and the depression will go away, but they still walk around feeling like the world hates them and nothing is working for them, Yeah. Parents, that is one. Number two, I don't want to make this video long, I'll go very fast. Cultures that value individuality and self-promotion. Yes, when we hatutaki ujamaa, we want you to work on yourself. We're not really a collective culture. It is a culture that praises somebody who's doing so good on their own and they're leaving others behind, just somebody. Basically, you get what I mean. A culture that praises individualism, it brings a lot of narcissists. Wanakuwa wengi sana in such a culture. I'll give you examples when I talk about types of narcissists. Again, social media. But social media really does not give birth to narcissists. It does not mold narcissism. What social media does is that it gives a chance for narcissists to show off and to seek attention. See, I've told you about the grandiose narcissist. This one likes attention and they want praise, that kind of thing. So social media really, there are no studies that have shown how much social media contributes to people being narcissistic. It just shows that social media gives you the chance, because on Instagram you will post a photo, you'll get 1,000 likes. On Facebook you will post a video of you giving charity somewhere, such things. And so it gives you a place, really. If you're narcissistic, it gives you a place to show off and to seek attention. I think we are done. Guy, I've talked too much. Anyway, thank you for listening. Now, on our next show, we are going to talk about types of narcissists. And there are many. But I really want to dwell on like 3 or 4. The most common narcissists. So guys, stay tuned for the next video. I will release the video very, very soon. Yeah. Video after video, week after week, we're going to talk about the types of narcissists. Then we go on to talk about people who are dating them and stuff like that. Yeah. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. I am really happy to be back, and I hope you're going to enjoy content that I'll be putting out there for us. And stay safe, guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your mental health. Thank you so much. Do not forget to like this video. Do not forget to share. My main point is always sharing, because we want to make lives easier for other people. We want to make life as easy as possible. I say it might not affect you directly, but it is affecting somebody you know. So make sure you guys share this video. I want to hear your comments. Please comment, tell me what you think we should discuss when talking about narcissism. Tell me what you think, you guys, hapo kwa comments down below. May I always reply comments. Please comment, like, subscribe. If you are you have not subscribed, how will you know I have posted another video? Please, so subscribe, you guys, share, and leave a comment down below. Thank you guys so much. God bless you.